Good evening and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance, and this is Division 1. Thank you for your patience tonight. It obviously is going live quite a bit later than planned, but still earlier than last season, so good bits and bad bits. Taking a look at the table as it stands so far, Dalgety Rangers 4 points clear of really at the top of the league. Comfortable. Definitely very, very comfortable as it stands. Trumpton following with Loco Calaveras, then North Trafford and Steelhawks just following on from that. Aston's Ajax in the top half, just a win away from third place. A few goals away, of course. And then Team GB right in the middle of the table. Roundhay and Falaraki into double figures. The Old Age Ballers and Alanson on 9. And then the bottom two, Tyneside and Imaginary Madrid. Hopefully all the teams are set up for tonight. If I've forgotten one, I'll set it up, but I think I have been through all the teams. Just worth having a look at the results from last time. It was 2 weeks ago, of course, that these games were played. So take a little look at those. Remember that 7-1 victory for Roundhay over Imaginary Madrid. It's some big games ahead tonight. If I do stop talking at any point, I am just trying to manage a few things at once, but I am certainly here with you for those. Anyway, I'm looking forward to getting on with these games, so I think I'm just about ready to start. Let's get going. Thank you very much for some people being on the chat, and I'm sure some more people will join as we play. So those fixtures for today that you see: Aston Ajax versus North Trafford. Wolfie is back in charge of a team and takes on North Trafford. Good evening, Mike and Wolfie, of course, who were joining us first, and then to Chris, who's joined us as well for tonight. And Eve sounds about like my kind of typing and my sort of night going on tonight. Imaginary Madrid versus Alanson, a battle near the bottom of the table. Old Age Ballers and Roundhay could be close. Top two play each other. When we get to that game, there'll be something a little bit interesting in that one. Steelhawks versus Tyneside. Team GB and Loco Calaveras, I'm looking forward to that one. And Trumpton versus Falaraki. Two teams of well-involved managers. And let's see how this goes. I'll be managing all the subs as we go. Swedish regen. Yes, he sounds like a sort of a Swedish Albanian. We'll see what the games take us to tonight. And I actually think this would be a good game to start with. It's the top two. Managers probably not around. I don't think Matt is around, and Ross could be. Ross could be on the end of things tonight. But taking a look at things here, last time out they lost 3-2 to Trumpton. What a close game that was. And Big Noopy's here. Good night, old school late night swimping indeed. It will be a little bit faster than usual, and it is just me to try and get through at some decent pace. So Dalgety keep the same formation but change a few players, and I think it's a strong side. Elber and Van Nistelrooy, obviously. Van Nistelrooy and Nicky Franco topping the charts all around there. Van Nistelrooy, ridiculous goal scoring rate. Nicky Franco, even better goal scoring rate in terms of in the league, how he's doing. Steve is here as well. It's great to have people on. Great to have people at this time. I'm very, very pleased with that. Midfield 3, Liverani, Vieira and Ferguson, and Lizarazu and Zanetti playing there as the attacking full-backs that they've got. And here's what's interesting. Really are the first team to fall foul of the submission rule of 3 games. And so the result is that the team is picked thusly. It was a randomised formation. Due to only having one player can play at left back and one player can play at right back, they were automatically filled into the team. All 3 goalkeepers were randomised. And everything has happened here. Obviously, we're not going to see defensive midfielders or attacking midfielders playing in a formation with a 4-4-2. So they were not counted in the randomisation. And it leaves us with this team here. so they'll be making no substitutes tonight as we go through, other than essential ones. Beckham's captain side. So for this one, predictions for the games, obviously throw them in whenever, as soon as you start seeing the teams, put the predictions in and we can keep it going at a decent pace. And I've got Ross's usual sub instructions if he isn't here for Dargetti. So we push on into this match, and the attack straight away coming from Real E. And then down the other end, Ferguson comes close for Dargetti. Zanetti's not starting particularly well. Chris is saying 3-0 to Dodgers. Nasty. I think Matt has been quite busy this season, but we did have 2 weeks to get these teams in this time round, so there isn't much that can be done about that. Oh well, Somerville's had a close chance, and there's Somerville scoring for Real E. Good evening, Alf. Another manager here. Elbert has equalised quickly after that, and it's certainly something that this game has come to life. More entertaining than some of the Division 2 games the other day, which were absolutely bizarre in that so little happened at this point. And if really win 4-4-2 incoming, yes, that might well be a lie. It is half time, and we take a look at the stats, and Dargetti are doing very, very well. I'll just leave you to have a quick look at those little stats at that point while I just sort something else out a second. So I'm just going to bring up any substitution instructions and things on here, but I think we are good. Yep, so the usual stuff. 5s at half time, they'll be making no changes, and the Real E stats show that they will be ready to continue the second half. And because Dargetti are the team with the team submitted, we can watch it from their stats actually for the second half and see how things go. So I will keep up with the chat as we go through as well. I'll make sure I can keep entertained by you all through this. There have been chances for Dargetti again, they are coming forward. Then Real E come down the other end. Obviously a win for Real E at this point would put them just a point off the lead of the league, but they'll be making obviously no changes, and fives or below at 45 minutes and 6s or below at this time, and so we're losing 3 players here. If there's enough players to replace them in the team, they will all be replaced. Now if we have a look here, Zauri can come on for Lizarazu. Milevski can come on. There will only be 2 subs then, because it's the 2 centre backs here. So we'll just take which one's the fitter one of the 2. So Nesta will come off, and Nesta will come off for Milevski. But they are at 6s or below. And I won't make the 3rd change because there isn't a player who can come on. Obviously we'll have 2 left-footed centre-backs, but that's it. And there, Barry Ferguson scores and makes it 2-1 to Dargetti. It's quite a team, isn't it, that they're just doing so well at this point. Haven't had any Van Nistelrooy assists or Nikiforenko either with things, but they are in front here. Alf saying his team is unchanged yet again. It is. He seems happy with things. Jim, good evening. Jim, I think you didn't select. It's 2-2. It's 2-2 for tonight, and 3-2 straight away. Albert comes and scores. Wow, that was an insane last couple of minutes. I will get back to just saying to Jim, I don't think you selected any subs, Jim. So I just tried to make them the same subs as before for tonight. I think he submitted a team with 11 in the starting lineup, and that was it. I think it might be new. Anyway, it is all okay. Anyway, so look at that. 10 shots on target to the 6. A quick look at really. Yeah, Viduka's been winning a lot of headers during this game, but the randomised formation almost was successful. 3-2. Lizarazu, when he got subbed at a 6, went down to a 5 as well. It was a nice finish to that game indeed. It was a very interesting first match, and Elbert proving that he can get in among the goals. His average rating is superb. Another man of the match, another set of goals there for him, so well played. And Van Nistelrooy very, very much involved in the passing for today. Nicky Franco a little bit quieter. We got to OABs versus Roundhay, and Jim is here. Can you randomise your team next game? Well, no. You'd have to not submit your team for 3 games first of all. And so we're offering new contracts here. Luis Enrique doesn't want one, he wants to be transfer listed. So Roundhay going in there with a back 5 for this game to take on OABs. Hollaback, Mihailovic, Southgate, Pochettino and Duff, Vieira, Boya, Kewell, Luis Enrique, Shevchenko, and the subs are being left the same, either entirely or as much as possible anyway at this point. So it is looking good. Oh, I've been told it's snowing. Interesting. Wow. It's getting cold again. I thought there were a lot of gritters out today. The arrow's not high enough. No, these arrows just not quite going far. It's a lovely team there, and Nuno, of course, looking to not get sent off again during this one. I'm intrigued as to how this team will play today. I'm looking forward to seeing that formation. For the old age ballers, their team is in, and I'm quite surprised to see Gascoigne in at 85%, but there he is, he's in the team. And so when we see his condition a bit later on, we bear in mind that he started at 85 for today. Esteban's and Batistuta up front. Remember, this is just after a round of games, isn't it? Before next round is a cup, so next week will be cup games, and people might wish to rest players because it's a midweek round or whatever. But do what you like. A bit far for Duff, and then I think he'll be able to run all the way he wants to do for the other team. Redondo in the lineup for the first time. I will just check. I mean, I'm pretty sure Redondo is in that lineup. It's, when you look at things and think, should he be in there? But I'm pretty sure that he will be. Yeah, he's on the bench for the first time this season. That's absolutely right. Yeah. And this game, let's see how this one goes. Of course, your predictions are always welcome, and we'll get kicked off. I think this will be a tense little game. So it kicks off and it's quiet, but then Luis Enrique comes forward. There's a yellow card for Desai straight away. So there'll be loads of injuries. 2-2 prediction from Chris. Shevchenko's come close, he's hit the bar, and the OABs are trying to come forward to attack. Steve's going for 4-1 to Roundhay. A dominant victory for a team with 5 at the back, wouldn't it? But yeah, fair enough. A good old Gaza, the Wolfie cries. At least there's a couple of Gascoignes in this division, which we didn't see last season, did we? Wolfie going 2-2, and as we approach half time, it is still, as I describe it, a tense affair. And you can see here that Adams on a 9. We go over to the match stats very, very quickly. Only 1 shot on target for each team. And for Jim, do you want to make any changes? I'll just see that Hollaback has a potential foot injury, and he's missing your next cup game though, so you will have to play without him next time. 0-0 half time. Steve's prediction. Oh, what a surprise! But yeah, Jim, any substitutes, please let us know. And then for -1, -4, that'll be a great game, that one. Gascoigne there at 75. I just go to Josh's instructions, which are generally pretty much don't do a lot. Oh, they were there, and then they just disappeared again. Oh yeah. So when he's not there, no subs unless 3-0 down or condition under 85%. But as soon as he started at under 85%, I'm not doing that. Oh, condition under 85%. Well, who started at 100? That is down to less than that now. Because that's my benchmark here. So Cafu will be withdrawn at half time. And on the right hand side, looking at who can play there, I think we might have to see Bosfeld come on. We're going to have to see Bosfeld coming on, and then further back that Ince has been playing more games, hasn't he, this season? So Ince will be the one to come on for Cafu, and Bosfeld will go over to that side. And Jim wants to run to 60. I didn't mean goals, I meant shots. You'd be lucky if it is. And round here continuing as they go. Thank you very much, Jim. So we kick off the second half. The substitute has taken place, and we always will go to Jim first. Luis Enrique again coming close to scoring, and the subs will be on their way. And Batistuta hitting the side netting there. So rating wise, Southgate on a 6 and all the rest on 7s. Taking a look at the fitness, Shevchenko with a foot injury there. Boya has a foot injury. Luis Enrique is not injured. Kewell not injured, and Hollaback, we knew about that. So 3 foot injuries as it stands there. As it stands and probably don't stand, they probably sit down with a foot injury. And I'll go to the old age ballers. Well, they've made 1 sub so far. Anyone 5 or below, not a chance there. And anyone under 80% subbed like for like. Okay. It doesn't say to make less than 3 subs or anything like that, but we will just check these. And I think with this, Gascoigne's now on 70, so we will withdraw Gascoigne. And that will be for, I'm not really sure. I think this would have to be at this point Effenberg as a midfielder, and then to take Estebaranz off for Weah. Evening, David, and we've got Shevchenko off for Inzaghi. There we are. And Ole on for Boya. Ole! There we are. If there's any other instructions, I'll be happy to just pause the game briefly, but let's get on with these as we are. So, chances coming in. 2 subs for one team, 3 for the other. They could have easily been a lot more, but unfortunately, it's 3 subs is the limit. Just a reminder again to those people, the Cup is the next round of games, and we're playing lower league sides in general, and that will be next weekend. I'm just going to do the swap there, as we've got here. Swap Kewell for Ole. I'll do that now. There must have been about 25 seconds in between those two. More late drama. Could there be more late drama? Chances coming in. It's the old age ballers who are causing the biggest trouble, and then down the other end maybe a chance. It's gone quiet again, and it is chances, and Nuno making some great saves, and there he is, man of the match. I think Stefan Effenberg came close to scoring right at the end of that game. Very well played. Only Southgate of the people played the entire 90 minutes. Got a 6 on one side, Noni Batistuta on the other. Shots came in towards the end, and both teams, I suppose, well, they didn't lose, and to be honest, both teams were pretty similar. I think there's probably some satisfaction to take in that round. They didn't lose away, and old age ballers didn't lose to a team that were probably slightly better overall. In fact, it's really hard to tell who's slightly better. Probably the attack for old age ballers wasn't quite as good as it could have been for today. Good game anyway, good game, and we'll move on to the next one. But yeah, certainly that was Nuno making amends for his earlier season performance with his first man of the match of the season, possibly his first clean sheet. I'm not entirely sure. Is it? Well, apart from in the cup, then yes, it is. And he might not have even played the cup. We got Team GB versus Loco Calaveras, and Mendes is being offered a new contract currently anyway, and they go for a bit of a formation change today, Loco. Seeing Zeriberto and Zanetti out wide, and Ronaldinho supporting Jardel with the 3 centre-backs for today, and Simeone making it a 4 when they are defending, so that'll be very, very solid and looking forward to see how they get off for this one. And we all know that Alf is going unchanged for this round of fixtures. Fowler is being offered a new contract as it stands already, and so is Leonard's been given a new contract. And for today, Team GB looking well. I suppose the teams are kind of almost matching each other up, aren't they? It's going to be fun to see how they get on. Simeone backing onto camera is poetry in motion. Clean sheets here. Look, they've got 2 recent ones. Only one league clean sheet for themselves for Team GB. Predictions here as Terje Pettersson referees this one. It will be an interesting one. This to me is one of the more interesting matches for the day, and I am looking forward to seeing how it gets on. Predictions not coming in. Oh, you're all terrible. No, there we are. Chris is first on every single one today. It's nice to see Local Calaveras in their Brazil kit for today. See how they get on. It's quite a nice set there. I'm going to say it's more because it's South American. I'm not going to call it Letters or anything. This is Brazil. Chris saying 2-1 to Loco. Mike going 3-0 for Team GB, and Big Noopy a win for Team GB and a South American red card fest. Wolfie says 3-1 Team GB, and Alf is confident his team can get a clean sheet today. Well, got some great interaction on the chat there. Superb. Thank you very much. And 10 minutes into this game, we haven't had much going on the pitch, but then Zanetti coming close to scoring, and it seems a bit more Loco at the moment. But Team GB going forward. Smith hitting the crossbar, and then coming forward again. Ferdinand's done a lot of dribbling there. Rio Ferdinand running around a few players, and there Smith makes it 1-0 to Team GB. Well, they are certainly on the up, this team, aren't they, at the moment, and are taking some stopping. We've got a couple of players not quite performing there. Jardel gets the equaliser, and the ratings must pick up there. Veron and Gamera on 5s as it stands. It's definitely an interesting match. There's been no cards from either team in the first half. This card fest must be coming in the second half. 1 shot on target for both teams, but Team GB with 5 attempts so far, looking pretty good for at least going forward. Joe Cole is he's alright. Paul Scholes has a potential foot injury. They are the ones at this point. Ratings wise, there's only Beckham on a 6 in the outfield. For Loco Calaveras, they have nobody who needs to come off at this point, and Loz is a 60-minute man for his changes. Sebastian Mendes has been extremely quiet in defence. Is he letting the game go past him, or is it just not really involving that side of the defence for him? I can't fully decide at that point. A quick check on Loco for their recent games and their clean sheets. Have they been keeping many? They kept 3 so far, and they were all quite a few games ago. So we'll see how they go. But is Alf making any half-time changes? We will find out, and if he is, we'll go with those straight away. Anyway, yeah, so just a reminder of me apologising for being a little bit delayed in starting today. I suppose there's quite a few people who know what's going on, but everything is absolutely fine. Don't worry. It's sometimes it just gets a little bit harder to run the games at bang on time at the moment, but it's great to get Division 1 going again tonight, and next week we should have Ross from Dalgety Rangers on commentary with me, which will be great to have another new commentator on. It'll be great, and I have apologised to Ross about tonight, because it was supposed to be his night tonight. I'd completely forgotten about that in the first place. I think Alf's creating somebody to come on for Scholes here. It's any decision? there's only 7 to choose from, and I guess you're not going to bring on the first 4. It's going to be, I don't know, Dyer on, Scholes wide, Beckham attacking mid. Okay, there we go. I can see why it took a little bit of time to type that one out. Here we go. So I will get on to 60 minutes. Hopefully that will be, I mean, we've had about 2 minutes of changes there, haven't we? So let's move into this bit. Penalty not given. Could have been, but it's not being given. And we go back over to Team GB for substitutes any second. Shardell's hit the bar, or put it just over the bar. Anyway, I don't think Steve's happy with the Beckham in attacking midfield move. It's not made him any better. Let's say that. Joe Cole struggling a little bit now, 79 now. The Welsh guy on the other side has a knee injury, not a fist injury. Gamera fuming with Simeone. Well, just remind of the ratings there. It's only Beckham on 6s, apart from Dyer who's just come on. I will go to the Loco Calaveras substitutes. Scholes, right? Scholes came off. He's not been right. He's gone off. Let's have a little look at Loco's substitute instructions. Loz is always very, very sorted with what he's doing. And he's gone Ronaldo for Jardel if he hasn't scored, but he has. And Danielson for Zeriberto. So we will do that change there. But I will check, see if anybody is really struggling with an injury. Nope, we're all good. Becker for Mackham. There we go. Let's doing on those la-di-da. And just confirm if there's any more subs you're making, because you have a third. Just give me a shout about those. Gamera, Simeone, Flirt, getting better. How are they playing? So yeah, 6s for both of them. It's improved. Look at Gamera's passing's been tremendous. He's passing it to someone who's sat right next to, I suppose, at that point. But they are generally a team that do like to play the ball. But no more, that's fine. No more, please. Just shut up. Yes. The chances, Loco have started strongly since the hour mark, but then Team GB came close with a chance, and there's Smith scores. Yes, he makes it 2-1. Alan Smith. And disallowed there. They scored another one, but does not count. They're certainly going for this one, aren't they? Towards the end of this, can Loco Calaveras get themselves back into it? I don't think their performance warrants anything out of it, to be honest. And we'll have a look and see, will there be a 4th goal? It's played forward, Team GB hold on to it and then sent it down the other end, and the Welsh guy's missed. And then Simeone takes a late yellow card. The card fest happened at the end of that one. A lack of aggression is probably a good way to describe that. Well played to Team GB, well played to Alf. 3 times as many shots on target, but it was only 3 shots on target for them. Yeah, the substitutes worked. Beckham, Scholes went off. Dyer and McManaman came on. Both improved what they had. Sol Campbell great in defence. And Smith again, he's he's putting in decent performances, but this time he's scoring goals, and 2 assists from Joe Cole, man of the match. They were his first 2 assists in the league this season for Loco Calaveras. Then it's obviously great to see that Walter Sommer's winning lots of headers, but not so great to see that he didn't put the tackles in that he's usually so good at doing. And maybe that's what undid it a little bit. But Gamera and Simeone, yeah, did get in each other's way a little bit maybe, and we shall see. But yes, it was a good sub, Kieran Dyer indeed, for Alf. Well played. And they go marching on into their next game. Trumpton versus Falaraki. Now, Big Kid did say he probably won't be able to go on tonight, but he sent his team in, and Falaraki, Jason Wilcox has been offered a new contract. Anderson has been offered Vera Anderson, Darren Anderson been offered a new contract. Falaraki just going for a couple of changes. They've got Batty and Southgate back into their lineups for today, at the expense of Adams and Ince, I think it is, in the starting lineups. Yeah, it would strike me as they're below 95%, well, 95 or below. Did they have a captain picked? I will have a little look at that because I don't want to miss that opportunity for them. Did they pick a captain? Yes, it's Southgate, so we'll go for that. Doesn't matter about team instructions, player instructions, does it? Because I can press it. Batty goal on his birthday. It isn't his birthday. This is the 25th of May. No, I don't know what you mean. So David Batty today. David Batty with his birthday. He's 53. 53 today, David Batty. And still no one knows where he is. Southgate, season 1. Yep, Southgate is a great defender on this. He's not as good as he is on 97, 98, but he's still very, very good. And so look at this, Marcos wanting a new challenge. At least now he's found his way into the team. He played quite well last time, but they won. I know you can see a 2, but they won. And for the lineup today, 1 arrow. I am checking it is just 1 arrow, but I think I am right in what I've done here. Big kids team. Yep, the 1 arrow of Kaladza. And we have a list of images. Steve. Yeah, it's I do like it. I like the way that Petkov is so far forward, and Ariano as well up there. I know Ariano can play in that role, but you know he's often used further back. It strikes me as something yet again different. It can't be right. Yeah, no, it's not me that's older. It's you as old as David Batty. Anyway, yes, we are the same age. We are the same age. Not with David Batty. This will be a good game to be looked at that. We looked at their formation. He looks like a model. I look like Geppetto. Well, I look like Pinocchio, Geppetto's model. Harder paper round. Lovely colour schemes. And Rovira Lin, I don't know if I've seen him much before. Tato is here and he's up for a Trumpton victory for this one. Anyone up for a Jamie victory? We shall see. Predictions. You can always make predictions. Always welcome. I will kick off and we'll see what happens at this point. But I'm looking forward to seeing how Falaraki can get on against the Trumpton side, which always is impossible to prepare against. A bit like Sprungfeld, of course. You cannot prepare for a team that's constantly changing. Chris is saying 3-1 to Trumpton, but there's been a red card and it's David Seaman. He's gone already. He's gone already. Now, look at this. Yeah, Seaman's blown his load. We'll see what the plan is. So, well, the plan would have been for a worse performance. So one of the strikers is going to have to come off. That's the only way to look at it. Has anyone got themselves injured really early on? Not of the strikers. Les Ferdinand. Well, let's have a look at the records this season. Ferdinand's got two league goals. Shearer has 3 league goals, and Fowler has 1. So Fowler will be withdrawn, and on will come Tim Flowers. Not a right arrow. There we are. Flowers will come on. So imagine when your Seaman goes off early. Tim Flowers playing in the league for the first time. He did keep a clean sheet in the cup. So let's see what happens here as the penalty comes in. I assume it's a penalty. Oh, it's a free kick. I think he's done it outside the box. Well, that's something, isn't it? I'll have to look at that match report and see what exactly happened. But the colours are looking beautiful at the bottom, but they're actually quite hard to tell which ones they kind of merge into sort of flashing text. Penza with a chance. He's been dribbling around a bit. Keane with an attempt, and Falaraki holding firm, but no, they're not. Ariano has scored and Steve McManaman has gone off injured. What a start this is for Falaraki. Darren Anderson, what has happened there? That has just made itself up. McManaman comes off for Anderton. It's an obvious substitute at that point there. He'll come on. Well, Falaraki suffering a little bit here. I mean, their players should be partying a little bit less. That's maybe a plan. It's 2-0 and Roy Keane has scored. Tato going 4-0 by the way at the beginning there, and Trumpton for 2-0, said Big Noopy before the game. Savage at 2-1 to Falaraki. Well, that was maybe out the window. Yes, you can change your prediction to change it at 90 minutes. I'm happy for that. Trumpton looked better all round, except the shooting is fairly close. Fairly close. We'll have a look at that match report. Club. So hang on. Deliberate handball hit his arm. Sounds quite harsh. I mean, Seaman hit the ball with his arm. That would be quite alright. So, I haven't seen Big Kid. I do have instructions for him. I know if you look at Falaraki first, just in case he is here. David Batty, 22 passes out of 22. That's something at least. Yeah, where's the Batty that kicked Sampdoria to death? He has made 5 tackles. He's doing his best. And, he's even managed to make an interception as well. So, no Big Kid there. So he said, if I'm not in sub bad or tired, please. Alright, so yeah. Well, a 6 at half time. We can probably continue a little bit here, but tired. Penza with a thigh injury. I think he has to be considered. He dropped 15-16% there. So is there? I mean, Crespo is the substitute option, of course. Come on. Yeah, I think this is where we go from here. Yeah, let's just do that. In terms of a striker, no, it's going to be for a striker anyway. So let's get to 60 minutes. It's going to be interesting to see just what can happen in Trump's very, very comfortable as it is, of course, with how things are going. 2-0, looking very strong. Zidane coming forward. Crespo let it fall, but didn't do much with it. And we go back to Trumpton. Everyone's up to 7, so nobody performed badly. Zidane now, where he's not injured, so I think that will just be leaving it as it is. At this point, they might as well do. There's a cup game coming up. Rotation can happen after that. And Falaraki, we go to the Champino instructions. If losing, bring Sheringham on for the worst performing striker. Well, Les Vernon's on a 5. Symington to manage injury subs. Are there any? That's going to be the question. No, we're looking alright with that. So just the 2 subs so far. Oh, they've made all 3. Hang on, they've made all 3 anyway. It would have been great trying to make another one. Yes, we're looking at Davy Back taking a yellow card, showing a bit more aggression. Shearer was trying to get himself involved a little bit, but the striker's not really doing much. Substitutes for Falaraki have at least tried, but they, to be honest, barely been substitutes, have played pretty much most of the game. And the game comes to a close with Arellano, man of the match, Roy Keane getting a goal. And they can be pleased with that, and David Seaman's red card obviously made it a no contest in some ways, but they still gave it a go. Trumpton, Roy Keane winning 14 challenges, absolutely superb for him there. Good passing as well, decent in the air, and yeah, shooting was spread around their players. Same with Falaraki for that. Southgate made 15 tackles, but only successful in 5. That's the sort of difference between the players when it comes to how they get on. And obviously Seaman will be missing at least the next league game with that, the cup game. I suppose he could play now, because the teammate, the goalkeeper for the games, Tim Flowers, didn't disgrace himself. He was just beaten by 2 goals. Okay, Steelhawks versus Tyneside. I think we've got just 3 games to go. And so Speed is unhappy at Tyneside. Boomsong is unhappy, and Robert is unhappy. So should acknowledge his contribution to the team. Does he want a contract then? Yeah, he wants a contract. Let's see if that can happen. Anything on that? Tyneside with the team today. There are the arrows that are being suggested from other people tonight. Michael Owen's on the bench at 87%, so I don't think he'll be necessarily hugely involved. And apart from the 2 wide guys running the entire length of the pitch, it is particularly narrow going further forward. But we'll see how that goes on. They play against a team who should be a little bit stronger in the league. Did I sort the Steelhawks team out? Yes, I did sort the Steelhawks team out. And they play today with that formation. It looks interesting. See how they go. We've got, I'm sure people are aware now of David's in-depth substitute instructions, which is superb. But if he's here, just make yourself known, David, if you are in the chat still, because then if I do know that you're there, then I'll be able to put it to you for the substitutes afterwards. And Wolfie approves of those arrows. It's almost like Wolfie's game's being left for the main event. The game seems to know. We shall see when we get to that. Anyway, Chris is going 3-0 to Tyneside on this one, unless he's seen Steelhawks second. But Roy Helga Olsen refereeing. This will be a good one. Well, David's left a lot of instructions for me, Steve, on what to do, so I can use those. But thank you very much. As ever, time to put Steve's kettle on. It'll be a good one to see tonight. We'll see how this goes. Bang! We're on, and here we are from the nest. We are thrilled with the action so far. I know something's happening. A yellow card has been given to Gary Neville. Yes, David does manage Steelhawks. That's absolutely right. It's looking interessant at the moment. We've had a Barsom yellow card. Hawks to win 3-2, says Big Noopy. And Shearer's coming close there for Tyneside. A chance there's Zubo getting involved and Che Given making some saves. It's about time he had a good game. Murat getting involved, and Taram scores the opening goal. Probably not somebody you'll pick to open the scoring very often. Wolfie says 3-0 to Steelhawking, and 5 minutes to half time. They're looking solid and comfortable. There we are, half time whistle goes. Shea Given doing his best to keep the side in, and he's doing a good job, to be honest. We shall see. Start the season, he said I could manage if he wasn't here, but Thursday is just yeah. I don't know. Well, let me just check the instructions. Does it say if Steve's on? Because he does have his own novel, let's say, for how to make these changes. If Steve's on, don't let him do anything. Yeah, that's fine. If injuries, red cards. If a defender is on a 5 at half time, apply one of the injury instructions. Well, there's nobody on a 5, so we're okay there. Injuries are none. There's no injuries. And here we look over to oh sorry, that was the Tyneside team anyway, wasn't it? And the Steelhawks team. No one's on a 5, no injuries. So Tyneside's instructions are always 60 minutes. Don't blame him. Oh dear. Yes, David did do you a favour last season, Wolfie, and great to see some big thanks that way. It's great. It's good to have Wolfie back on. Togo win one match and Steve wants to make everyone. Oh dear. Yeah, Steve deserved a victory there. with Togo. I missed the match, but I watched it back again later on, and it was really, it was different seeing being victorious and top of the group for a while. So it was great news. Anyway, we got to 60 minutes on this one. We've got a chance there for Tyneside to try and get themselves back into that. I think Babayaro was involved, and I went up to 60 minutes. Steel Hawks substitutions. So at the 60th subject, this is only the second one. If Zubov's on a 6, sub on Scholes. Yes, he is. If Morat has less than one shot on target, so if he has no shots on target, he's got one. So that's irrelevant. And the other things are injury based. Is anybody really suffering for them? 81 for Palacios. Nobody's not injured, so they will stick as they are. David has a Dudley Hill shirt. Where's your support? I assume that's to Chris. And we will see Tyneside. Dan has a set of instructions for substitution time. Of course, if losing at 60, shift to this. Okay, I will shift to this. We've got changes though there, and this guy will go there. So Woodgate, Bramble, Colaccini, Babayaro, Carr, Dyer's going there. So Bowyer's coming off. Yeah, Bowyer's not in that team, and Carr will come on. Solano, Shearer, and Owen. 37822, 514, 16923, and having into that Shearer though. Shearer suffering for me, and they're going to need to put, if they're playing two strikers, who would be the second player to play up front? Robert. Robert's going to have to come on for Shearer, isn't he, to do the job. So we'll go for that there. Yeah, that's going to have to be the change. Very specific. We like specific instructions. They tell me what to do, and I can't really get it wrong necessarily. It's an interesting set of changes there. Can Laurent Robert do something? Because obviously Shearer struggling under 80% there. I think he needs to come off. I don't think he's made any sort of impact on the game. Carr with a chance. And Robert, it is Laurent Robert who gets the equaliser. He goes up front, he does the job. Murat with a chance again. And we're close to the end of this game. Will there be a winner? And the answer is still not answered. Oh, yes it is. And what a game it was. Here we go. So, I would say that looking at the match report, well, not the match stats, Steelhawks didn't put a shot on target in the second half, I think, and Shea Given was left to do very little. Taramit was with the goal. Murat missing almost all of his headers. It didn't quite work out for them this time. Mendieta played well, and the impact of Laurent Robert as a substitute has worked very, very well for Tyneside, and they'll be pleased, I think, with that draw. So we head into the last two games, and yes, it is Wolfie's game save for last tonight. Disappointed for David, he deserved the win. First half, yeah. Second half, I think the draw's a fair result for this one. Holovko, is he still unhappy? Yes, he's still unhappy. So lots of players missing for the team for Allison tonight. But it is a team that does feature one player running, but not the other. And I will check that's definitely the case. So I will just check this on the instructions. He's here. I could have just asked him if that was true, rather than me looking for all my instructions. But yes, it is. Just Wolfie be howling. So I'll put it into the opposition for a quick look at the Imaginary Madrid team, which is in. And I will just pop off for a second. I just need to do a quick delivery. Back in a sec. Here we are. Who gets deliveries at 15? No. Well, the wife. The wife gets a drink. That's what's the delivery. Not food. I'm not hungry. Actually, I could have some sweets though. But anyway, here we go for this one. Did it come with a captain? The team. No, it didn't. There we are. So we're all good from this game. Right. Anyway, Campo is in this squad. The place full of Weetabix. Oh yes. Ansgar Opus refereeing again. Great referee. Predictions. I mean, it was all that time I was gone and nobody made a prediction. Tut. Anyway, Chris will be first, no doubt, which is always good. It's his team today up against Big Noopy, so both managers here for this one. 6-1. Yeah, let's see how this goes. 3-1 says Wolfie to Imaginary Madrid, and no, he's changed his mind and gone 3-1 the other way. It's being a card, it's still always tricky to see Imaginary Madrid. 1,000,000,001 and it's a goal for Robin. There's the one that's gone in. Steve saying 3-2 to Allenson. Nobody's going the other way on these, and yet Imaginary Madrid are winning. So Ryan France, imagine Ryan France in their team. That'd be interesting there, wouldn't it? It's nearly half time. It's still 1-0 to Imaginary Madrid. Can they imagine themselves winning? Yordi's in the team still, so there's always a chance when he's playing. I'm not going to go through any sub-instructions on the messages because both managers are here. And Alex it is who's equalised just before the break, and we look at that, and that was, well, decent for a first half. Imagine Madrid not playing with enough aggression, I suppose. They haven't made a foul in the first half, and 4 shots on target for Alanson is definitely something. Quick look at the side. Doesn't look like there's any fitness concerns there. What is maybe a concern is they're not putting many tackles in. And Joe Cole has completed 2 passes in the first half. They're not playing the ball around too much at this. It's like some pretty hacking on in 99 million. No, hang on. No, it's not. It's 999,999,999 to go. Unless that first goal was worth a little bit more. Well, nope, he's going for Alves off, Yule on. Yeah, he's missed 2 chances, hasn't he? So, and just a note there, Del Piero is just a bit tired. Let's see. So, hang on, Alves off, Yule on. Yule started. So, yep, Yule. Oh, Borg. Well, that makes more sense. Jakob R. Borg, Jakob H. Yule. There we are. That's sorted. I thought you were going to put Yule up front because he can play up there, can't he? That's what I was thinking. Is he going to go for it? That's why it didn't surprise me when you said Yule's going to come on. Chris, any changes? Usually the first one to reply, but did he? Apart from Nestor and Del Piero, surely Nupi was borderline Division 2. Yes, you're absolutely right there. Yeah, it's a good way of describing it, and they were basically just one team away from being down there. But it was them, and it was I can't remember the other team at the point in time, to be honest. But there were 2. 60, please. Got lost in the comments. Yes, here we go for this one. So, chances at the start of the second half coming in, but Barry Ferguson takes a yellow card. We'll go to Imaginary Ridge first. We're up to 60 minutes. They need second now, and the subs are on their way. Kesman chance for Ferguson is who scored. Barry Ferguson makes it 2-1, and so he's been booked. He's on a 6, but he has now scored. And look at this. We've got Yordi on 85%. He's potentially thigh injured, and nobody else is considered to be in pain. So Ferguson's the only 6. He's the only yellow card, and Yordi's the only injury concern. So I'll pop over to Alanson at this point. The tactics click is a killer. What, for a goal? Yeah, well, I always click on the home team unless there's... Well, actually, I click on the home team if there's 2 managers in. I click on the manager that's here if it's them. Del Piero still struggling. Jakob Glerup Nilsson. He has a foot injury there. Surprised he didn't get more issues in the AFCON. Smith for Kesman. Is obviously happening over in Real Madrid. Smith, we've seen Smith scoring some goals tonight. Smith for Kesman. Just let me know when you're done with subs, either of you. Alanson, see, we've got Nielsen there on 85. So Burns on for Borg. What, immediately? He's only just come on. Okay. You. He's played 15 minutes. Fair enough. Yule and Burns switch. Okay. Ruthless. It's one way to describe it, isn't it? He's completed 3 passes successfully. and he's made an interception. He's not been that bad. 15 minutes, and he's done. Joe Cole's made one extra pass. I'm going to assume Chris is done, and I'm going to move on because it's been about 2 minutes since his last instruction. The chances came in for Real Madrid. Still Smith it is who scores just after coming on. Great impact from the substitute, and we're into the last 15 minutes of the game now, and it seems that it's probably all over. It's about up to stay. Just 3 minutes left to go on this one. Boom, finished already. Superb. And an injury to, I think that's an injury to Cruyff that he can run off at the end there. We knew about that already. 3-1 it is. Some poor performances. Yule, Larson, Nielsen, Nesta, all on that. I mean, 3 of them are Jacobs as well, so you've got to punish those there. 3-1 to Real Madrid in the end there, and lots of shots for Real Madrid. They put a couple of fouls in, and yeah, Yordi suffering a little bit towards the end. Mendy solid in that game there. Ferguson improved from a 6 to a 9, a man of the match. Czech did get a 9, yeah, he was tested. Vyškovský's got an 8 on there, so also pretty good. Yeah, lots of attempted tackles from Nesta. 17 with only 4 successful. That was worse than Southgate. Well, we go into our last game, and it is the Call of the Wolf up against Aston's Ajax. We have a look at Aston. They've been offered new contracts with Van der Voort, and Seedorf would like one. 20 grand a week and $1.5 million to sign on. Sunday Elise has been offered a new contract as well, and the team for today sees the formation is, it's a 4-1-3-2 without being a 4-1-3-2. And Bajada and Melchiot play out wide. So Winston Bajada is in for just the 3rd time this season. So yawning at no reason. I don't know if you're tired. Good game. Dry toast after that result. Do you treat yourself with a bit of dry toast there, Chris? Is that what you get for winning? It looks a solid team, the Aston side, and we see that Bergkamp's up front. No goals this season at all. Canu, a little bit of a contributor there. He's doing a great job. And for North Trafford, Wolfie in charge for the first time. We have John Carew wanting a new contract. And it's time to go to the manager. And let's put him in. Dry white toast. Name the film. Is it Care Home 3? That's my guess. So let's have a look at Wolfie's team for the first time. Yeah, I did miss some comments. Because I wasn't there probably. So we got debuts in the team today. Klaus Lundekvam at the back for the first time this season. I'm a big fan of 97-98. Really big part of Middlesbrough team on here. What we won't answer. What about Tato is saying, why is it not just set up using the default 4-1-3-2? I didn't see that one question. It's a very good question. Oh, he won't answer because it's films. Oh, is it? See, I don't know that thing at all. I don't. Yeah, please. I mean, I know it's a film. And Azar Karadas is up front today. He's going to start for the first time. He's a versatile player, of course. Woefully versatile, hopefully for the big man. And we'll see how they get on today. Karadas at 24. 4 whole fried chickens and a Coke and some dry white toast, please. 4 whole fried chickens, like covered in stuff. Harold Sietner refereeing. Yes, superb. and an insight into Thacker's parenthood. Anyway, predictions for this one as we go into the debut of the Wolf in charge of North Trafford, technically in charge of last season's champions, although being a completely new team. Let's get started. Imagine shipmen handing out vaccines. Alright. Anyway, the early start for this game has seen not much going on, and we're looking here at Seedorf makes it 1-0 to Asner in the early stages of it, and Melchiot's coming close to scoring as well, except when he shot it he was probably further away than when he started. Mukland has put one off target for North Trafford, and as we go further into the half, a couple of yellow cards. Marcio Santos and Edgar Davids have got them for Asner. We're coming up towards half time, and Ronnie Johnson has gone. So Wolfie, obviously your options generally, Trond Anderson is probably the one on your bench, and you got Haaland as well. Both of those two options for you to make as a change. But Ronnie Johnson, it is, who's suffering, and he is down there on 54%. Thomas Miura, he has to bring him in there, or I don't know. Haaland it is who's coming on. It's a fairly rare appearance for Erling Haaland. Contagious yawns. Is Steve yawning now? It's not a boring match. Alf on. Yes, time to bring on Alf for Trafford. Half time, and it is 1-0. Not a lot happening. Clarence Seedorf miles ahead of everyone else in performance. Only one shot on target in the match, and we go over to North Wolfie. Lundevam not having a great debut today. Eric Mukland is holding his groin. Jonan Arisa is touching his knee, and Hosert is okay. So you got a couple of injury concerns there, and you've already lost one of your players. So what's going to happen there? And I go over to Caridas off for Carew. There's what Coldplay sing about. Caridas. Do you know what I'd have done here? I'd have probably put Caridas at centre back and taken Lindemann off, but anyway. Anything happening otherwise? I'll get to the Asner instructions in case there are any, but I think it may be fairly minimal. Where's his team in? It was a while ago. It was at least a week ago. There we are. In terms of subs and things, were there any instructions at any point? I don't think there has been any instructions. No, so it's just a case of just managing any injuries there. Runa for Eric, and that's the 3 subs made already for them. Get put on a register for holding his groin mid-game. For a fit physio, dearie me, that's a comment of the 90s, isn't it? Comment of the Benny Hill era, actually. Yeah, they're going to be alright, the Asner side at this point. So we'll get on with the second half. Treble change has been made, well, 2 at once and 1 just a few minutes before. We shall see if it makes any difference. Not a lot in the second half, to be honest. Gauss Pedersen's lining up a free kick for North Trafford, who can't make any substitutes, but I mean, if they want to make any personnel adjustments, that is alright. Thank you very much, Steve, for your praise there. That's you know, yeah, it was. I wanted to get it on tonight. I did want to play tonight. It was just in case it nearly didn't happen, but at least we are here with it. Changing the concept next season. Sign players aren't my dogs. Sir Michael Duff Ronaldo. And every single one of them has to have all those names. And quick look at this. They're all alright still. So, and the performances. Well, he's only a left back who's not performing. Davies and Santos on cards. Another dog to have a full team. It's just one dog. It's just one dog. Canu scores, and he is looking very solid still. Van der Vaart scores to make it 3, and Asner are definitely on their way to victory here. Definitely is the word. An injury, though, Bahada has gone off, and he wasn't going to, but now he has. So I think the easiest thing to do here is probably just to switch on Mark Overmars at left back and just go for it. He'll be alright. He's a lefty. 4-3. No, imagine. As we head towards the end of this game, we see a comfortable 3-0 win, and Clarence Seedorf with a 10 out of 10 performance. North Trafford did not get a shot on target. The boy's getting a pup for Christmas. You want to hear his name? Is it Graham Symington? That's the question that needs to be asked there. Van der Sar, man of the match. Clarence Seagon. Clarence Seedorf, they're a clear man of the match. Great performance from him. And yeah, to look at the performance here, Thomas Muir has been playing fairly well this season. I'm not quite sure. It's 11 games, 17 conceded now in the league, but yeah, he's been good this season. It just did not quite work today. And we'll see how they get on next time. So a really quick look at the results and things before I head off. But we've had we've got 4 home wins, 2 draws, and an away victory, which have some kind of stuff going on. Home, draw, away, draw, home. Lovely patterns. And Dalgety Rangers now 6 points clear of Trumpton, and who've leapfrogged into second place. Astor up to 4th with Loco, 5th, Steelhawk 6th, Team GB, North Trafford down from 5th to 8th today with the results going the other way. Roundhay 9th, Falaraki 10th for the Old Age Ballers in 11th, and then at the bottom of the table, Imaginary did move ahead of Tyneside if they weren't there before. I assume that actually they may have been. I can't even remember now. No, they have climbed up. They have climbed up off the bottom of the table. It's a good round against. Thank you very much, Chris, as well. Yeah, and obviously, huge thanks to everyone for being on. And yeah, I'm really pleased it was on tonight. And yeah, next week it's a cup round, so we'll just go into that really quickly for you. Steve and anyone, and Mike, and any Division 2 managers who are here. The save will be going out tomorrow, definitely for us, unless I can get down and sort it back out tonight. But fixtures for the next league games are there, but the cup comes next, and in the Norwegian Cup, of course, we've got a huge round of games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different matches, and that will be played at some ridiculous speed. First half will just be played at very fast, just to get through them next week, and then subs hopefully will all be alright. But get to bed, you madhead. Oh, I had a long sleep last time. And there's Jens's dad's team. There he is. Playing further, managing the awful team, and that's not me saying that they are, that's just where they're from. Save the game. Lofferton Hall, yeah, it's a place near Leeds, isn't Anyway, Boss Cop. Boss Cop. Anyone who's watched A Touch of Cloth would know Tom Boss. Anyway, thank you very much for everyone for being here, and I will see you again soon for another exciting episode of the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance. Good night.